Transition deals with how a story moves from one scene to another. It controls the pace and how a story flows visually. Example of how this is used. Let's say, in one scene, a character vows to never eat junk food again. Then, in the next scene, we see her eating junk food. To make the transition from the scene where she vows not to eat junk food to the one where she's eating junk food, we use cut to. Cut to is a form of transition where a scene directly transitions from one shot to the next. Another example, a character is having a nightmare. We can use flash cut to move between shots of their tortured face and the images of their nightmare. Transitions are written in capital letters and are mostly used in shooting scripts. Use them in your spec script only when needed. A spec script is the script you are speculating to sell. That's why they are called spec scripts. Spec is short for speculative. Shooting script is a script that has been optioned or sold. The director and his team rewrite the script and put in camera angles, shots, etc. Know the one you are writing and format it properly. Common types of transition. Fade in. This is the first thing you type when you start a screenplay. It indicates the beginning of your first scene. When we transition from black to the first image. Cut to. This is the most basic transition and it's a direct transition from one shot to another. Dissolve to. A slow blending from one scene into another that usually indicates a passing of time. A dreamlike quality that connects two moments that are related. Match cut to. A cut where two similar images or movements are linked for stylistic or thematic purposes. Jump cut to. A quick, jarring cut that jumps forward in time, often used to show disjointedness or urgency. Smash cut to. A sudden cut from one intense scene to an unexpected new one, often for dramatic effect. Intercut. Used when cutting back and forth between two scenes happening at the same time. Example, used to go back and forth between two people on the phone at the same time. Wipe to. A transition where one scene pushes another off the screen, often associated with older films or used for stylistic effect. Superimpose. Used to indicate text appearing over a scene. Example, Lagos 2021. 1 year later. When you want to put an inscription on the screen, you can write super Lagos 11th June 2012. Montage. A sequence of quick cuts used to show a progression of events or the passage of time. Over black. A scene transition where dialogue or sound plays over a black screen before the next visuals appear. Flash cut to. A very brief, sometimes single frame insert that disrupts the scene, often used for sudden memories or visions. Iris in/iris out. A classic old Hollywood transition where the scene opens or closes with a shrinking or expanding circle. To black/to white. Used as an alternative to fade out, to indicate a sudden fade to a black or white screen, often for dramatic effect. Time cut to. A transition used to show a jump forward in time without requiring a full scene heading. Split screen indicates that two separate images appear on screen simultaneously. Fade out. Usually the last thing you type at the end of a script. It indicates the ending of your story and a transition from the last image to black. A lot of modern screenplays avoid excessive use of fading and cut to unless absolutely necessary. Use transition sparingly in your scripts and make sure to format them correctly when you use them. Continuous. This is not a transition, but they are used in scene heading to show the action moves directly from one location to another without a break. This continuous is not the same as the continue we talked about previously. This one is used in scene heading to indicate seamless movements from one scene to another. Example: int school continues. Continued is used in dialogue to show continuation after a break in dialogue. If you are formatting transitions manually, follow these guidelines. Align them to the right. Spacing should be single-spaced. Type them in capital letters. One line above and below to separate from action and dialogue. Example from a screenplay. Int Shelley's Cafe, evening. Shelley locks the door as the last customer leaves. Shelley: bye, Mrs. Beckett. Mrs. Beckett waves from the other side of the glass. The phone rings. Shelley continues. Hello, Shelley's Cafe. Cut to. Int Mike's house continues. Mike: Shelley, it's Mike. Cut to. Int Shelley's Cafe continues. Shelley: Mike. Cut to. Int Mike's house continues. Mike: you know, from the band. I asked. Cut to. Int Shelley's Cafe continues. Shelley: oh, Mike, hi.